What's this? The fuck is this? Where did this come from? This is the Impreza. This is the new commuter. She's been having a little bit of a idle bog under her own power in reverse and when stopping at lights. So I'm gonna take off the intake, see if I can't clean out the throttle body. Maybe it's a little dirty or something, sticking. So this car needs a bit of work. It's a nice car. I love it. It's my favorite body style of pretty much any Subaru. But you can see right here, this is fire damage. The previous owner overheated it to the point that they put a rod through the block and lit the engine on fire. So there's a little bit of damage on the cowl right there. And then this, and then the alternator harness got melted on the old engine, but this is a new engine. One of the two previous owners also did that, crashed it. The headlights could use a restoration or a replacement. I need some bright lights for as far as I drive, so I'm probably gonna just get replacements. Fog lights actually do work, which is awesome. It has hail damage, as you can see right here. Yeah, the roof and the hood are just covered in it. And that's because of a hailstorm that came through before I got the car, so no biggie. I don't care about a little bit of hail damage. Back here we got nothing really. It's, you know, a regular old Impreza. Oh, I was peeling all this off. I'm probably going to take the decals off too. Just make it a plain backed, just Subaru, that's it. I come to the driver's side, then we have this. Ew. So I think I'm going to see if I can't find a donor car, chop it here, and have it welded in place. Or I might just get inside there, drill a hole, and hammer it out. Then there's all this, which, fuck all that, I'm going to get a door and just replace the damn door. Probably the front too, just so I don't have to deal with that. Got a couple of issues with dirty seats. I still got to clean those. There's this hole in the seat right here, which I don't like, but the seat heaters both work. This one has a sunroof, which isn't real common. This is like the higher end model, I guess. Oh, both those windows need regulators. They don't roll down, which is unfortunate because I love to drive with my windows down. So I need to get that taken care of ASAP stat. Yeah, that's it. That's about it. Oh, this fender needs a new fender. Ew. That's no bueno. Let's see if we got corrosion over here. Not yet, but it's gonna happen. Protect your batteries from corrosion, man. Get that corrosion resistance spray or something. I'm gonna do this first with the throttle body, see if I can't clean it out, see if there's maybe some gunk in there. And then probably clean up that battery terminal. Then maybe I'll see about running some car audio wires. Anyway, stay tuned. I think I'm gonna have to pull the luminol out on this one. I'm gonna have to pull the lumilight out. Look at that. What is that? What do you call that right there? That looks like spooch splatter. What? And this just came to light now that I started scrubbing it. The shit is that? What do you call that? I call it. You better call in Detective Benson and Munch. Detective Benson and Tutuola in here and figure this lumilight out. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was way too much. I don't know what just happened there. Wouldn't you know it? I called up Detective Benson and Tutuola and asked them to lend me a Luma light so I could see what happened in the car, you know, on the driver's seat and a little on the passenger seat, some on the back seat, some in the trunk, a little bit on the roof, some on the under the hood, in the engine bay. Anyway, I asked them, you know, to borrow a light, and turns out it's everywhere. The Luma light shows fluids everywhere. Everywhere. It's like that orgy that happened in Will Ferrell's car on that movie in the Prius. You know, it's missing doors because they had an orgy so hard. Mine's missing seats because they had orgy so hard. Ugh. Roll the shitty footage. It's clean spooge now. So the old door is open here. There's my door panel right there. I'm gonna pull out the speaker. Then I'm going to, this is, the motor is right behind here, so I think I'm going to just pull the damn thing out, lower the window manually, and then see if I can't get that motor working, get it out of the door, see if I can't get it working. So, alright, I got the probe hooked onto this blue wire, which goes into the motor right there. So there's a blue and a red. We'll see what each of them do. So I'm going to press up on the window. So up, down. So that's the down button, I mean the down wire. And as you can hear, listen closely, no response. But when I hit the up, nothing from the down, response from the up. So, I know it's this damn motor, but anyway, let's see if I can't do something to fix it. Problem's not the motor. So what I did there was I gator clipped my ground to one pin, and that other pin in there, right next to it, right there, see it? I fed power to it, and guess what? The frickin' window rolled down perfectly. No issues. What this signifies to me is there is a problem in the electrical functionality. That being said, I'm going to roll this piece back up and start doing some diagnostics. See if I can't figure out what the hell electrically is wrong with this so I can have frickin' windows again. Dang it, what do you think? Ugh! So I just want to point out that I found the major failure point of this. These are Nissan switches. No wonder they broke. Ha! I'm just kidding. So I disassembled the switch, completely tore it down, because once I disconnected the switch and actually fed power directly to the what would be the buttons in here, it worked. So clearly the switch was the issue, and these were all really dirty, but I cleaned them up. You can still see a little bit of the black scoring in here, you know, the heads of those. And actually I might clean it up a little bit more. It's not terrible, but we want as good contact between those pins as possible. These are the rockers that actually make contact with those ends. These are the little marbles that assist the rockers. The springs that sit on top of the marbles that sit inside this, which tells the switches which way to go, and the actual switch itself. So we'll get all this cleaned up, get it put back together. Hopefully that'll solve the problem. If so, then I'll take the other switch in the back apart, do the same, and take this door switch apart and clean all four of them. So we'll see. Alright, so I'll film this one. This is the passenger rear switch. I just took it out of the door. Pretty dirty and grimy. Doesn't look bad from under here. Nothing looks wrong. So I'll film this and I'll take it apart and you'll see. go. All right. Let me double check real quick if this front switch is the same as this rear switch. If so, I'm going to switch them out because this front one's a little bit not as nice as this rear one. This is the switch that I had in the front. See, it's a little more grimy and older and kind of dirty, shitty, even though I cleaned it and it works. But that being said, we're going to put that one up here in the front. I mean, back here in the rear, because that other one I put in the front and it works good up there. So yeah. See, this one just kind of sticks. I don't like that. I don't like that it sticks. Okay. There it is. All right. Now the final test. The moment of truth. Get the key. Click to the on position. Let's see. Oh, booyah. Switch. Front switch works. Let's try this rear switch. Oh, look at that. Rear switch works. Switch is kind of shitty, but it works. Now let's check my driver's side switches. Front. Rear. Front. Rear. Beautiful. Okay. So, now that I've done that, my driver window tends to stick sometimes. So I'm going to take that switch apart, clean all four of those out, and just for good measure, I'll do this one too, even though I'm probably going to replace this whole door and that whole door. But in the meantime, until I find replacement doors, I need to drive this car. I need it to be operational 100%. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should probably plug it in. That's probably one of the required specifications, if you will. Plug in window, window will work. Oh! Oh! Oh, would you look at that shit? I got a window, dude. Shit's on it. Voila, that's how you do a window regulator. Albeit, bear in mind, this one was significantly more simple than most regulators. A lot of them are a little more complex than that. So, you know, credit on being an awesome badass with how quickly I did that because of how simple it was. So, but hey man, it works and I'm happy. Bam. All right.